Okay. So it is so funny. Everybody is reacting to Y'all Miami's spin that. At first I heard the song what it was. I heard the song on Grizzly Hood News because she was showing people stealing and stuff. Grizzly Hood News, she's a Latina a content creator. She's Mexican and Panamanian descent. Um so she does content creator, around Houston news. Also, she reach out to people other parts of Texas as well. She's friends with Dr. Candace Matthews. So I know them from social media, not in person, like know them, right? But anyway, I always don't agree with Grizzly Hood News. Everybody had disagreement. I always agree with Dr. Candace Matthews. I'm sure they don't agree with my content either. We have to agree to disagree in everything. We have to be mature. Not everybody's gonna follow everybody's belief system or ideology. But I heard the song and I'm like, Young Miami came out with, the song came out like 2 months ago, right? And I'm like, well, now three because it's not July. But I never heard that. I thought Young Miami went on. I thought she was hiding because of Diddy case, because her that Asian girl, one of Diddy victims, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't agree with how she treated Asian woman. Yeah, I didn't agree with that expression of color. I didn't agree with that, you know what I'm saying? um Call her Chong Lee and stuff. I saw the child love you and I was like, Carisha, come on, stop doing that. It's being racist. You don't like being racist towards you. You already got in trouble for bashing those who darker than you. The colors come her and JT. Yeah, JT is darker than her, but she's not dark skinned. She real chocolate. Okay, I don't want nobody to come out the channel. They got in trouble for making fun of Haitians. Remember that? And making fun. They didn't want their son being gay. I laughed at that because y'all participate in lesbianism and bisexuality. You said to Megan Thee Stallion, Carisha, that you into girls, and so they make it style. So you can't get upset about your son being gay. I'm not saying a child should be gay, lesbian, but it's weird that do your mom and dad accept that you go both ways? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all gotta think about that, right? Okay. Um, Cause we seen her do gay stuff, okay. You know what I'm saying? Besides straight stuff, she ain't all that straight. Carisha and JT too, okay. Got the lesbian stuff. Cardi B done lesbian stuff. Come on, yeah, come on. Y'all kissing girls, that's lesbian. Okay, so that's kind of like it is. So we can't. I don't care if the double standard of society. It's still me. I don't go along with double standards. Okay, I don't. I'm not with that mess. But like I say, y'all got in trouble, and Funky the Neva talked about that too. I remember years ago, how 'cause it's like a clash between Haitians and African American people. It is. Um, so let's get back to the subject, okay? About Carisha. Song Spin That, okay? So India Arie has came out like going against it because she's saying that the song was played during BET Awards, and I think that she's saying that because when that dude that was in the white racist thug that was at the was champing out at January 6th at the Capitol. I found later on, shot Jack White, the same judge is the same judge that put Kamala Anthony in prison. Okay, but he gave this man probation. The white man. The white man came out and said that black parents are a failure, whatever, and protesting guys ass whoop outside. I'm like, why you're not protesting at the white Jewish people that own, BET, and why not at Viacom? They support the prior president. Let's go protest them about failing. Okay, I don't get wrong. We gotta get some of these slave plantation parents out of our community, like whooping kids and stuff, and calling kids like we saw world star hip hop and kids, mammies and parents beating their children. I'm not with that. But I'm just saying that you gotta go protest where who funds it, who own it is Viacom. So you was Two Chicken and Punk, some of the white dude that went, I forgot his name, they went and chimp out in front of BET Wars and said black parents are fair. You are fair. I'm sure your parents, your white parents failed you. You should have went to Viacom and protest about that. Okay, because I am mad at Bud Johnson, but was named Bob Johnson, that owned BET because of fear he had. He gave the other woman the side chick something like that. Okay, Yeah, very upset with him for that because I missed the OBET. The OBET, when it was owned by Johnson, was way better than the Viacom version BET. Okay, it is okay. So India Arie come back to India Arie. India Arie had been fired before when she had got upset with what's the guy the be on the Spotify guy's name? He Italian and Irish. He had said the N word, and they want to. I forgot they want to get him off. I forgot his name. He's a podcaster. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, so my brain ain't working right now. Okay, we got a long time about. So then she backpedaled and started saying it was because of the N word, because her music was not getting played. But now we know Clyde Davis. It wasn't the Spotify and N word. It was Clyde Davis making sure your music was getting played on Spotify. That's called like it is Miss India Arie. I love that song. I'm not my hair. That's my song. Okay, I love that song. However, Miss India Arie. So she said now she backpedaled and said it was about the song. It was something playing. He was was cheering to the song, and it's about scamming and spending that money, stealing and spending money. So that I agree with that, the song, but I'm 40, be 47 soon. And I can differentiate what's good and bad and what's false and what's real. I am concerned about the you can see it on gospel blogs too. And yes, although I love me some Carisha, okay, the way she looks, I'm glad she identifies herself as mixed, okay, as Black in America. I was upset some of these one droppers were going after her about that. But let's be real. Carisha did into it. JT did go to Michelle LeMay, who is the Dark Lordess, the high priestess in fashion, but we all can tell that it's satanic. And her part white, mixed race, Mexican husband, who's 20 years younger than her, who go both ways, and so do they both bisexual. Talking about Rick Owens. They did do some type of sexual sacrificial situation, I'm assuming. Okay. And JT, everybody mad how she playing the same ex-wife. But y'all forgot all this. Yeah. And then Child Lovey T and her Love T not doing too good. Let's say even though me and Love T bump heads, we like each other. I pray she does she recover, okay? Because I did feel bashing, but Love because she bashed me first. So I'm saying, but I do love Miss Lovey T, even though we don't like each other, okay? Um, Hope she's doing good, okay? And what I'm saying, praying that she does better. But she mentioned that when they asked JT and with the City Girls and what's her name in Young Miami, they believe in God. They said no, they believe in money. So they already told y'all that they believe in Jesus. They don't believe Jesus, right? They don't believe in Jesus. So by Young Miami, that's the thing I say. Yeah. So the song, I think we use a sermon. Um, Your child should not be listening to that song. Your child should not be inspired if you're barely adult, because some people still immature in the head trying to do this. You saw what happened to that mammy and her daughter down there in Seattle, them stealing Louis Vuitton bags and danced that song on social media. Think it was cute. They already got arrested before, and last time they actually be locked up. I mean, the cuss him and they made me mad. You, as a mother, even though your daughter is grown, you should be teaching your daughter you never steal. Okay, but now she in Seattle. Lucky she not here in Texas, in the South, but it's racist. Okay, you know what I'm saying? They got racist folks in Seattle. My girl, God rest her soul, Tina Bell. Tina Bell was the founder of Grunge, light skinned sister, because she's of African American descent. I heard she got Chinese and Indian white. Her son is her white father. She was married to a white man in her group called Bam Bam, right? It's called Bam 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 Bam. And when she was in Bam Bam, she had to fight racism. It's weird that we African skin people, we made rock music, not white people, not pure. If you not pure white people, we who African American French, that's me, French people, we who African American who mix with white and Native American in this country since slavery, okay, and who been one dropped, okay, even though we're multiracial people, we created rock and roll. Our pure white cousins did not. could not make rock and roll. Okay, that's called like it is. So she had to fight through racism in the 80s, and we hear grunge music from Soundgarden and Nirvana. Actually, Kurt Cobain toured her. She don't get the credit, and I do believe they killed her in her hotel, or no, it wasn't a hotel, it was her house, her apartment. They dumped all her music. I believe her son, he same age as me. He born '79. Was she born in '56? She same age as my mother. Okay. She died in Las Vegas because she was about to come back and come back and do her thing, and then next thing she was dead for a long period of time. And then her music was trashed, and she only had a CD player or something like that in her house. That was set up. I'm sorry, how they trash her music? You know what I'm saying? So I believe they set up Tina Bell, but she had to go through racism, and even though that interracial relationship is normalized in Seattle, because I'm a brother, dark skin brother. Is he Creole too? I think he was from Creole. Who's a vet, who's homeless, who told me when he was in Seattle, he was shocked in the 80s, even interracial couples everywhere. Okay, so Seattle's different from the South because you know what I'm saying? It is different because when back in the 80s, it was socially segregated. Yes, there was integrated neighborhoods, but it was normalized to be socially segregated here in Houston. So Tina Bell had to go through that, and she wasn't stealing. She was creating music, and she don't get the recognition that she deserved. And and we need to keep her. Dang, who acting a fool at 4 o'clock in the morning? God dog it. Oh Jesus. Okay, they loud over here. Okay, um, are they listening to spin that? Okay. Are they arguing? What happened? Okay, but let's get to the subject. Okay. That's Seattle. So mammy and daughter learn they N-word wake up and nigga wake up in Seattle. Okay, I guess the race is not straight right now. I'm not saying, but why would you want to? Because I have to argue for my people African descent that we're not thieves. Now there are those who are, but I'm not a thief. Many of us not thieves. Um, and that's sad. But to India Arie, if you're in people who don't like spin that, because it has a catchy tune, that's why I like the song, and I laugh at the song because it is funny. The song is funny. Okay, the video is I not to be God forgive me, in reality, the sexy strip club scene. And I love me some Young Miami. She was beautiful. She represents Diamond from Players Club. Woo! Okay, yes, I do love women. Yes, that's my favorite city girl is Young Miami. Okay, she's my favorite, and I don't go put on with you, but I was listening to City Girls when I was homeless, in 2019, and before that too. Okay, I love me some Young Miami. Okay, so I don't agree with things she do, but that was my favorite city girl. JT, she know how to rap, but the eye catcher, eye candy is Young Miami. Okay, and she played a hell out of Diamond Lisa Ray's character in that video. Okay, Nene, baby, you know I love me some Nene. I ain't recognize her. I said, who is that Nene? She, you know what I'm saying? That's Nene Leaks in the video, baby. Nene look good for almost 60. She be 60 next year, 167. Okay. Nene look beautiful, as fine as she is, baby. I love me some Nene from Housewives of Atlanta. They don't play with Miss Nene. Okay, Miss Nene look good that video too. So that's why I like, and I saw the video like 2 days ago. The first time me watching that video, I never seen skin until I saw Grizzly Hood News playing somebody supposed these criminals out here stealing. Okay, now I will give you a hint. The Latino dude with the shorts on, with the hat on, that was stealing at DD discounts. That Latino man on Grizzly Hood News, that Latino man looked like the guy that was stealing last year at Dollar Tree, the Dollar General. Remember I did a video about that? I was on the street then. I was in North, way about Ella Street, way out there, way past Ella Street. Okay, and I talked about that before you get to 1960. That Latino dude, he was dressed the same way. We had different clothes, but he wearing shorts, had a hat on, With sandals with socks on. That's him. It had to be him that was stealing in the store. Like the same outfit, similar, not the same color. He had a black shirt on last year, but he had the same similar look, the same similar style. That's when he's the first one that come out that video of Grizzly Hood knows when it's scamming she ate the N word talking about Grizzly. Well, my scamming ass niggas at making that money. Spend that shit. Spend that shit. Okay. That's a funny song. I'm not condoning the anti-black stereotypes in the song. I just let it's comical, right? It's comical, but if anybody gonna take that song literally like a damn stupid child, no offense to any children, but it's a damn stupid child if you're a freaking ass fucking adult. Something wrong with you. Something wrong with you. You know damn well if you scam somebody, you can go to jail. You know they want your bitch ass in prison. Okay, and yes, I do believe that Young Miami is probably had a meeting with Prime Principal to make that song because Clyde Davis done it too. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get, but I, as an adult, I can differentiate right and wrong. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna be out here scamming people, okay? Because it's evil and it's against the law. And just like you're scamming someone else, someone can scam your ass and steal from you, and you get your karma, right? So adults out there that's stupid, they gonna listen to that song and normalize that song in your head instead of say, I know it's consequences to my actions. I can't have you back. Okay? But like I say, it's a funny song. Because at first I like, how dare this sister, this black Native American, because she did mention she's Native American, okay? Talking about Miami, she had Native American answer. You can tell by how she was in that camera complexion, okay? How dare she sit here and make a song? I know she on contract and all that stuff, but then when I listen to the song, it's funny. And she not in the video, she not in the store stealing and talking about scam on the internet doing like Phaedra husband who part black attack talking about Apollo fake parts, okay, and I believe Phaedra was involved in it too, trying to be acting they should play that song when she get arrested, okay, because I don't care all that old fake Christian mess, okay. I ain't the perfect cat Christian, but I ain't gonna. I know that fake ain't all that Protestant Christian either. Okay, that's the public fake truck. But Angela Stanton wrote that book, and I do believe that fake should face jail time. She was scamming. Yeah, she was being a scamming ass bitch. Okay, she was. You know what I'm saying? In her high yellow part, title was scam ass nigga. Him his part black brother, not the white brother. Okay, he has a full blown white brother on his mama's side. They both them two niggas went to jail, and so did Angela Stanton. Now Angela Stanton's Republican. She is a Trump supporter. Okay, and I do agree with some of her views. I talked to Angela Stanton before on her podcast. I mean, on her YouTube channel years like before I got evicted the second time. You know what I'm saying? 2022. So yeah, I talked to I showed did. But like I say, because I'm not. Remember, I said I'm not voting for Kamala. We was talking about I am liberal to a certain extent, but we learning our lesson. And yes, like my 10 cousins said, I'm gonna have to them niggas vote different for the rest of their lives. Okay, so we have to be careful voting Democrat and Republican. We have to be independent. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And meet people in the Epstein file, both in Democrat Republican Party, okay? So, that's what I'm saying. But Angela Stanton exposed Phaedra, and she should be going to jail. Talking about Phaedra. Angela went to prison behind her lies. She misled, Angela should know better, but she was misled working for this lawyer, this corrupt lawyer, and who was scamming people. Taking money. You know what I'm saying? So Phaedra learn her, fake she learn her lesson. All that old fake Christian, send her husband, her high yellow husband, to, talking about Apollo, the jail, you know what I'm saying, he went to jail before, right? They got locked up, but Angela Stanton got out. But she was, I forgot how it go. But Apollo went to jail for scamming, okay? Him and his brother, okay? His part black, them two niggas got locked up, okay? Then put Phaedra, her bitch ass in there too. Okay, Miss Phaedra. Of course, she mixed up. All of us mixed up, but she identifies black and a little more black than Apollo, but I'm glad Nene called her ass a fake truck because she's fake. You know, she ain't the good Christian sister, okay? She played that role for, but behind closed doors, let's see the real fake truck, okay? You know what I'm saying? So, and you out here scamming, and you know, hey, if Young Miami was older and made that song spin that, I bet you before Angela Stanton went to prison behind facial scamming. I bet you they'll be dancing that song in their law office when there's no business going on. Okay, you don't say after I was scamming and niggas and spend that money. Okay, spend that shit. Okay, spend that shit. But you gonna spend time in jail shit. Okay, too. You know what I'm saying? So if I see a grown ass person dance that song while they scamming, thing ain't nothing you just told on your bitch ass self right there. You can spend that time shit, spend time shit, okay? In the fucking jail, okay, okay. I'm sorry, my rapping skills no good, but you gonna be in there. Why you scamming? Like, dog. But that's what I'm saying. I had to bring up the Tina Bell situation because she wasn't out there stealing. You know what I'm saying? But this sister girl here stealing with her daughter. You know, the one then she was dressed up as a Muslim woman. Lord have mercy. Lord. Hmm. So, like I say, Young Miami, you know, as the song is flourishing, you know what I'm saying, if you're gonna get mad and protest about the song, get mad at the record execs who okayed the song. I think a lot of y'all we're learning about the entertainment industry. You need to go at the big heads like Clyde Davis, Lord have mercy.